You know, this is such a unique moment, and one side of us is obviously just heartbroken because we've lost one of our favorite people in the whole world. And so I think tears and grieving is absolutely appropriate. But on the other side of it, we're watching a saint of God cross the finish line with a victory that's hard to describe, and a life lived so well deserves celebration. And so to call this a celebration of life, I think, is extremely appropriate. And I'd like to say that Kristy is a celebration of a life of a woman who was great. I use the word great, and Kristy, if she were here alive, would probably argue with me on that point and say, I'm not great, Jeff. And then she'd say, if there is any greatness in me, would you please make sure they know that it's the act and the work of God? And I think that's important to mention. Without Jesus, Kristy would be the first to tell you that she could have been an awful person, but because of Jesus and the transforming work he can do, she was extraordinarily great. You know, I don't hesitate to call her great because Jesus spoke of greatness. And Matthew 11, verse 11, Jesus was speaking of John the Baptist, and he said, he's the greatest man who has ever lived on this planet. But then Jesus quickly said, but he's not alone. There are more great ones to come. I think that Jesus had Kristy in mind as one of the great ones to come. 46 years isn't a lot of years, but man, did she live a great life. And when I call her great, I think she's great for the same reasons Jesus called John the Baptist great. In the next verse, Jesus clarifies that from the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God forcefully advanced. In other words, that John the Baptist was known to forcefully advance the kingdom of God. And when I think of Kristy, those words, forcefully advance the kingdom of God, apply. And I know that ladies don't like to be called forceful, but if you allow me, I think it's very applicable in the case of Kristy. She wanted to advance the kingdom of God at all costs. God was worth it. And people needed Jesus. And so she was going to use any and every ability that God gave her and every opportunity and idea that God gave her to forcefully advance the kingdom of God. And I will tell you that God used Kristy to forcefully advance his kingdom in me. And I know I'm not alone. Most of you, if not all of you, are here because the kingdom of God forcefully advanced in your heart through this woman. I wanted to share the story of how that began, how God began to forcefully, or how God used Kristy to forcefully advance his kingdom in me. It's also how I got to know Kristy. A little strange, but you'll appreciate it. So back at Wheaton College, Kristy and I were at Wheaton at the same time, though I met her 3 weeks before I graduated. And I met her because she was dating my roommate. Probably shouldn't bring up ex-boyfriends in a moment like this, but girls, she never really liked him, all right? 3 weeks was it. And after I graduated, my roommate and I went up to a camp in northern Wisconsin, and Kristy went to Bolivia on her missions trip. And she wrote letters. These are the days before the internet and cell phones. So she wrote letters. I'm going to call them love letters to my roommate that summer. Not love letters because she loved him. I don't think she did. But love letters because she loved Jesus. And that's who the letters were all about. And this is a little creepy, but I'm going to confess, I read them all. My roommate would be going through his mail, and I'd say, hey, did you get any letters from Kristy? And he'd say, yeah, why? Well, when you're done with it, can I read it? And he's like, really? And I'm like, I want to. I wanted to read them because they were changing my life. They were the words of a young woman who was in love with Christ and believing that he was the single greatest reality in the world. A woman who believed that the point of life is to forcefully advance his cause in whatever opportunity and way he enables you. And as I read these letters, I was moved, and I loved Christ more as a result. I read them all. Now, what was awkward then, 2 years, you got to fast forward 2 years, and Kristy and I bumped into each other at Wheaton Homecoming in the football stadium. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Kristy, sure. She's like, Jeff. And I go, what are you up to? She said, well, I'm graduating, and I want to go, when I graduate, into student ministries, ministering to high school students. And I looked at her, and I said, please work with me. I'm a youth pastor, and I want you to be my co-pastor. She said, are you offering me a job? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, Jeff, you don't even know me that well. And I'm like, I know you better than you. And I had to confess to her that I read all those letters, tell her what a difference they made. Kristy joined us in 15th Street, and so many of you are here. And I learned how to do ministry in some ways from her. Fire, passion, to do whatever it takes to advance the cause of Christ. It was inspiring and instructional. Well, after 15th Street, she went to Amsterdam. And my wife and I visited her in Amsterdam, and she showed us these storefront windows where the prostitutes would advertise themselves. And she said, yeah, what I do is I get a cup of tea, a couple of cups of tea, and I march up into the window with them. And we talk. And I said, man, that's like scary. Ah, that's right. And I saw a woman forcefully advancing the kingdom of God in any and every way possible. Well, she came back and she helped us start this church called the Chapel. And then shortly after we had started the chapel, Kristy said to me, Jeff, I'm leaving the chapel. And I was very disappointed, and she explained why. She said, I want badly to get married, and my husband's not here. We were a small church with not a lot of options. And she said, I want to improve my odds, so I'm going to Willow Creek. And she did, and she found Mike. And I could not have been more thrilled to see God blessing her with one of the most incredible men on the planet. And God bringing two of the most precious girls in the world into this family. You know, as was mentioned in the program, Kristy became a multi-site expert, a consultant. And she helped the chapel expand and launch campuses at my new church. She helped as a consultant to help us. And with her multi-site passion, it was not about a strategy, but about the people that could be reached through the strategy. Because more than anything, Kristy wanted more souls to find the life in Christ that she enjoyed above all else. And so Kristy was looking for ideas and looking for new ways by which the kingdom of God could be forcefully advanced. And through multi-site, she found one and she fought for it to great effect through a number of churches. To the very end, I look at Mark Lennox over here, a new pastor at our church, who Kristy brought our way to help us launch a new campus just 6 months ago. Forcefully advancing the kingdom of God from the start until the end. And my guess is she would desire to forcefully advance the kingdom of God in your heart tonight. It's happening in me just as we reflect on her life. You say, what does it look like to forcefully advance the kingdom of God in my heart? Well, in some ways, it's reflected by us living what she lived for. You know, Kristy doesn't have any more years on this planet, but God has entrusted some to us. Let's treat them as sacred and precious, and let's live like Kristy did. and realize that the kingdom of Jesus Christ is what it's all about. And seeing that cause advance through ordinary people like Kristy and like each of us is God's great passion. And I think Kristy would be honored if we vowed again, anew, to live for Jesus above all else and make ourselves courageously available to forcefully advance his kingdom in whatever way God wants to use us.